Sarah J. Maas is going to be on the Call Her Daddy podcast tonight, and let's talk about what we expect.
Well, I definitely think we're getting a book release because I just don't see her going on the podcast. I hate to say it, for no reason. Like, I think she has built up the anticipation. I think this is a smart move from her.
That and I think the audiobook company released accidentally the release date for the audiobook, which I don't know about her books, but sometimes the audiobook comes like a couple months sometimes after the actual release, but I don't know about hers, where hers are so popular. I think it's October 27th, but is that going to be when our book releases or when the audiobook releases? Because those could be two different dates.
Well, technically, Bloomsbury has her scheduled not to release anything prior to September, so I think an October release date makes sense.
See, I did not know that because I don't pay attention to that.
They released like their quarterly or something.
Oh, see, I don't look at that.
I also thought about why it could possibly be true is the fact that all of a sudden this speculation came out of her possibly being on the Call Her Daddy podcast for it to actually come to fruition. So I feel like someone is leaking something on purpose. I was going to say, what are you hoping for tonight?
I'm hoping for, I think we'll get the book release. I know there are a bunch of questions that Alex Cooper's going to ask her, and while some of them we know we aren't going to get the answer to that, she's still going to talk about it, and it's still going to be interesting to listen to.
I saw a question in particular about will Elaine break the bond, and I'm like, she's not going to answer that, guys.
No, but as I told you, she's still going to talk about it. She might not answer it, but she'll talk about it.
But that being said, I don't think Elaine's going to break the bond. I think that we're going to get some type of arc that's kind of going to force them in together. I'm very interested to see how she answers the Tamlin question, if she answers it.
I think everybody's excited about that, honestly.
I just need to see remnants of, like, an actual, we're starting to build him back up. And I do think Rhys is going to be key in that, because in the novella we see him being Rhys, but he's constantly checking on him.
I honestly think Rhys is riling him on purpose. I think that Rhys is going to be the one to pull Tomlin out of whatever funk he's in. I think that's going to happen because I think that friendship from their childhood is still there. They just got to dig down deep for it.
And in a sense, Rhys does pity Tamlin a little bit. Even reading it in Akamath, he felt sorry for Tamlin in some ways because he saw the way his father treated him and his brothers. So I think there's still, like, some pity. And isn't Rhys older than Tamlin?
I do believe so, yeah.
So I feel like he almost tried to take him under his wing when he was younger. So we'll see. But I honestly have this vision of Rhysand just beating the shit out of Tamlin, but out of love.
I think the redemption's coming. I think Rhys will have something to do with the redemption. But I do see Tamlin being a key player in this book because we're about to fight Koshi, and I feel like everybody has to come together for that.
And we have to start building that. And it's like, I really want to see what's going to happen with the continent. So again, I just feel like this book feels like it's going to be very political. Another novella coming, and I'm very curious about that. So.
And anyone who says that the first novella is not in the series as a counted book, it is. There's a lot of information in that book. Do not pass over it.
I made the mistake. I am going to read it before.
You did read it.
I read bits and pieces.
She told me she read it.
She lied. I read bits and pieces. I'm not going to lie. I could not force myself.
Oh, you lied to me.
Look, I will read it, damn it, this time.
Don't get your expectations too high on what this next book will be about, but have hope. And let us know what you think is going to happen tonight.
Bye.